Today we will learn how to pronounce the names of various dinosaurs in English. First of all, what is dinosaurs? Dinosaurs were the dominant terrestrial vertebrates of the Mesozoic, especially the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. They first appeared during the Triassic period, between 243 and 233.23 million years ago. Many prehistoric animal groups are popularly conceived of as dinosaurs, such as ichthyosaurs, mosasaurs, plesiosaurs, pterosaurs, and pelycosaurs, but are not classified scientifically as dinosaurs, and none had the erect hindlimb posture characteristic of true dinosaurs. However, we are going to learn how to pronounce animals that are not scientifically classified as dinosaurs, including them. How do you pronounce dinosaur in English?
Dinosaur. Dinosaur.
Let's listen again.
Dinosaur. Dinosaur.
Now we start with the Triassic when dinosaurs first appeared. The Triassic is a geologic period in system which spans 50.6 million years from the end of the Permian period 251.9 million years ago, to the beginning of the Jurassic period 201.3 million years ago. The Triassic is the first period of the Mesozoic era. Both the start and end of the period are marked by major extinction events. How do you pronounce Triassic in English?
Triassic. Triassic.
Let's listen again.
Triassic. Triassic.
In the Triassic period, the first dinosaur to introduce is the Arizonasaurus. Arizonasaurus was a Denosaurid archosaur from the Middle Triassic. It had a sail made of tall neural spines. How do you pronounce Arizonasaurus in English?
Arizonasaurus. Arizonasaurus.
Let's listen again.
Arizonasaurus. Arizonasaurus.
Next, it is a Desmatosuchus. Desmatosuchus lived during the late Triassic. Desmatosuchus is one of the better-known etosaurs that were squat quadrupedal archosaurs that fed upon low-growing vegetation. Individuals of Desmatosuchus were heavily armored. The carapace was made up of 2 rows of median scuts surrounded by 2 more rows of lateral scuts. Desmatosuchus had 2 45 cm spikes that projected sideways from above its shoulders. How do you pronounce Desmatosuchus in English?
Desmatosuchus. Desmatosuchus.
Let's listen again.
Desmatosuchus. Desmatosuchus.
Next, it is an Eudimorphdon. Eudimorphdon was a small pterosaur, being 1 meter in length, and weighing no more than 10 kilograms. The nearly complete skeleton was retrieved from shale deposited during the late Triassic, making Eudimorphdon one of the oldest pterosaurs known. How do you pronounce Eudimorphdon in English?
Eudimorphdon. Eudimorphdon.
Let's listen again.
Eudimorphdon. Eudimorphdon.
Next, it is a Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus was one of the earliest dinosaurs. It lived in the Triassic period and inhabited South America. Arizonasaurus was a lightly built bipedal carnivore with a long tail and a relatively small head. How do you pronounce Arizonasaurus in English?
Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus.
Let's listen again.
Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus.
Next, it is an Ichthyosaurus. Ichthyosaurus is a genus of ichthyosaurs from the late Triassic and early Jurassic of Europe and Asia. Hunting by sight was the creature's main feeding activity. It had huge, sensitive eyes, protected by bony shields. Coprolites of Ichthyosaurus reveal that its diet consisted of fish and squid. It was initially believed that Ichthyosaurus laid eggs on land, but fossil evidence shows that in fact the females gave birth to live young. How do you pronounce Ichthyosaurus in English?
Ichthyosaurus. Ichthyosaurus.
Let's listen again.
Ichthyosaurus. Ichthyosaurus.
Next, it is a Nothosaurus. Nothosaurus is an extinct genus of sauropterygian reptile from the Triassic period, approximately 240 to 210 million years ago, with fossils being distributed from North Africa and Europe to China. Nothosaurus was a semi-oceanic animal which probably had a lifestyle similar to that of today's seals. It was about 4 meters, with long, webbed toes and possibly a fin on its tail. How do you pronounce Nothosaurus in English?
Nothosaurus. Nothosaurus.
Let's listen again.
Nothosaurus. Nothosaurus.
Next, it is a Plateosaurus. Plateosaurus is a genus of plateosaurid dinosaur that lived during the late Triassic period, around 214 to 204 million years ago, in what is now Central and Northern Europe. Plateosaurus was a bipedal herbivore with a small skull on a long, flexible neck, sharp but plumb-planned crushing teeth, powerful hind limbs, short but muscular arms and grasping hands with large claws on 3 fingers, possibly used for defense and feeding. How do you pronounce Plateosaurus in English?
Plateosaurus. Plateosaurus.
Let's listen again.
Plateosaurus. Plateosaurus.
Finally, it is a Postosuchus. Postosuchus was one of the largest carnivorous reptiles during the late Triassic. Adults reached around 1.2 meters in height, 4 meters in length from snout to tail tip, and their mass might have ranged from 250 to 300 kilograms. It was one of the apex predators of its area during the Triassic, larger than the small dinosaur predators of its time. It was a hunter which probably preyed on Desmatosuchus and many other creatures smaller than itself. How do you pronounce Postosuchus in English?
Postosuchus. Postosuchus.
Let's listen again.
Postosuchus. Postosuchus.
We have learned how to pronounce the names of 8 dinosaurs that have appeared in the Triassic so far in English. From next time, we will learn how to pronounce the names of dinosaurs who lived in Jurassic in English.